I was thinking for like, because I don't want to cover up all my parts where it gets like tan, you know, right? Like maybe have it like go on like the forearm and then like have it like wrap around.
Is it like this specific piece of your arm that you like the way it looks?
Yeah, because it gets tan and it looks good when I I don't know like if I'm covering it up with like
I mean, it's like
fun.
one spot.
I know, but that's like one of the cool spots right. That's like they actually absorb the sun,
Sure, yeah. I mean,
and
my forearms get. I know what you mean. My that part of me is super tan. Like
yeah.
when we would go down to Kentucky and build, I would get my forearms would get so tan,
Mm-hmm.
so tan, being on the sun all day.
That's what I'm ready for, man, dude. I don't know. I've never actually done a tanning machine. I just go down and I just get absolutely
Oh
cooked.
no, I've never done tanning either.
I want to.
I've never done tanning
I'm
either.
okay with it.
I always felt a little bit weird about it because the media always tries to scare you, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I don't really know. I've never done any research on it, but I'm sure there's a lot of conflicting information out there, right?
I mean, everything
But
pretty much gives you cancer.
I mean, dude, we could get fucking hit by a meteorite right now.
Yeah.
You know what I
Have you
mean?
seen that? Like when those like black people have those cookouts and they take the hot dogs and they will put them on top of the grill and they will have like getting like they're like cooking microplastics into the hot dogs. You haven't seen that?
What?
You haven't seen that at like a brother's like cookout?
What, they like put the whole package?
They cook the package
I don't know.
with the fucking hot dogs.
I've never heard of that before
It's
in my life.
sealed in. It's absolutely hilarious. It's like
No, I've
some
never heard of that
on
before.
top of a grill. When all they got to do is take them out and not have microplastics get cooked in. I was like,
I mean, you do you. Maybe that's a secret, bro.
maybe
Maybe
black.
that's how you get a big dick.
No, that's how black don't crack, and that's how they're doing it.
It's like passive plastic surgery.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like when they're like injecting money into their veins in like South Park to get rid of AIDS.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly like that.
that makes total sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that does make sense, actually.
Yeah.
We should start doing that.
Agreed.
It's not too cold to grill. What is it right now? 19 degrees.
Yeah, this is a totally normal temperature.
Got lighter fluid.
Yeah, you don't see it in the hood, but you'll see it over here.
We are pretty white, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so everybody around here is.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I don't know. You know what's crazy with this Coke Zero is it's like it tastes just as good as like normal Coke.
It does taste pretty good, yeah.
Like
I was interested by your choice,
yeah,
but I know you're a big Coke guy.
it tastes better.
Big Coke guy.
It tastes better than normal like Diet Coke though.
Oh yeah,
They
I
have
would say so.
two totally different tastes.
Yeah, I would say so too.
One is like rat poison, and then the other is like.
Yeah, one's like ass and one's
Uh-huh.
like Sour Patch Kids. No, it's not really like that.
And they taste good with alcohol still too.
That's a good point, actually.
you'd-
I can imagine, yeah, some Crown in there too.
You'd be surprised because when we were like out like snowboarding, that was like that's what we were like mixing it up like with. Oh, dude, no, you know what's cool? Fucking so there's different like whiskeys, liquors, and like shit like that in like different parts of like the country, right? So it's like out there, I was like seeing shit that like is not like in Michigan, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it's like the main thing that I got. It was like this it was called Doughboy, and it was whiskey that was flavored to taste like cookie dough. It was absolutely amazing.
Does would you say it tastes like exactly how you would expect it to
Yeah,
taste?
like
Okay.
think about like if like Screwball was like
Yeah,
good.
like the first time. You're still not supposed to drink Screwball straight. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not really the idea of it, right?
True.
Um, but yeah, I mean, when people first told you about Screwball,
It's like, oh, it sounds amazing.
you were like, oh yeah, and then you tasted it, and you're like,
Mhm.
that's exactly what I was thinking in my head.
Right.
It was the same thing with the was that Curveball, that one that I sent. It's the barbecue whiskey
Oh, okay.
that we had
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Brian's place.
yeah.
It was the same thing. I read the
Right.
label and I was like, because they basically say on the label, like, imagine if you like took whiskey and like put it right on the fucking barbecue grill.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Interesting.
I can't think of what that would be like because it's such a weird fucking thing to say. But then I tasted it and I was like, oh yeah,
Interesting.
a little bit smoky, a little bit. I don't know what it was about it. It was just like I don't know. It just made sense.
Right.
And everyone there hated it. I should have taken the bottle. I should have
Mm.
just been like, I'm taking this. Bitch.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Take it with you.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like you could, like how people have like wine, and they're like, oh, you have to eat cheese with this flavor of wine. And then see, think about it like this, right? You have that flavor of like whiskey, but you like have that while you're having like different flavors of like brisket or something like that, or like.
Didn't you ever think about the fact that it's so weird that like that's called a sommelier? That's the type of person that like is at a fancy restaurant and they know all the wines.
Yeah.
Isn't that so fucking weird? Like if you think about it, bro, it's alcohol, so it just is already in that category of like I like it, but I don't really, and I don't know why I keep drinking it.
Well, one of our,
I mean, it's like you like the taste of it, even though it tastes fucking terrible.
I don't think so. I like the taste. Yeah, I never think. I don't know. It depends.
I like the taste of wine. I love the taste in like beer and stuff like that. But like if you think about it, in like, would you by choice ever have the taste of like vodka in your mouth?
Vodka's gross.
Well, but a lot of alcohols are like that.
I mean, like
think about you. The type of wine that you drink is like really sweet, like that apple wine that
super
we had
sugary.
Which is so dangerous. But like,
you can have that with like anything.
But that's not like when you go to a fancy like 5-star restaurant. You know, they're not. That's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some dry red or dry white or something like that, right? So it's already kind of like, meh.
Right.
I think the best way that I can describe what I'm trying to say is like, imagine if alcohol didn't get you drunk. Would you ever drink it?
Actually, yeah, because we were partying at whatchamacallit, Mo and Isaac and everybody, and Isaac couldn't drink, and they had this non-alcoholic gin, and it was really good actually. And like we were like, yo, this kind of like it tastes like gin, but like this is actually like delicious, like zero alcohol in it, like whatsoever. We were convinced that's the only reason we were able to stay up till 6 in the morning.
I mean, who knows?
Because like I was like, dude,
that shit.
It was super refreshing too. And I was like, okay, if this had like alcohol in it, I would still, fuck yeah, I would send it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good way of looking at it too. Yeah. But I don't think it's definitely not that way for all alcohols. And I think with a lot of like dry wines, you know, I don't think people would really be that into it if it didn't get you buzzing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's the thing about like sommeliers, to kind of get back to that, like they could really, do they actually fucking really know any? I mean, I'm sure they know about wines, but when it comes to like pairing wines with certain types of food,
I think that's a whole bunch of heebie-jeebies.
Here's the thing: you have a good wine and good food.
Yeah,
you're gonna enjoy your meal no matter fucking what. They could literally pick anything. Oh, you're having the such and such. Oh, that pairs perfectly with blah 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 blah. Name some expensive wine that you're gonna pay for. Bang.
You know what I think it is? I think it's all part of the thing to make you to buy more expensive food and shit while you're like going through that.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah,
you feel special. You're like, oh wow.
Because like when I like did one of those wine tours, like when we hit like a bunch and they were all doing like that, like the same shit pretty much, and I was like, you know, really with this, like, I could eat any food right now. You could give me a fucking pizza, a chicken wing, some of this fancy fucking cheese or whatever, and I would still like.
That's what I'm saying.
But I probably like the pizza and chicken wings more than their little fucking cheese bits or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, but it's like
if you have good food and good drink, it doesn't matter what the pairing is. You're gonna enjoy it no matter what. So it's like
exactly.
And I mean, there definitely are like. I'm not saying that there aren't like flavor combinations that go together.
Oh yeah,
obviously there are. But I think with like wine in particular, like if I'm having one kind of pasta dish with one kind of dry red wine, would it really be any different if I had a different type of pasta dish?
True.
Maybe I'm like massively downplaying like the value of Italian restaurants now. I don't care.
I don't know.
We went to that one place in Ann Arbor. That speakeasy underground. Super bougie Italian place. person. That's how it was too.
Was it cool?
It was cool, yeah, but it was like we were making fun of it the whole time. Because it was like that. Like it was funny too. They put all the kids, right? Like everybody in their 20s and shit at the end of the table.
Yeah.
And it was like half and half. And like all the fucking uppity ass adults right there. And they were all like, "Oh wow!" And we were all like, and the whole menu was in Italian too.
Oh jeez.
And you know how that side is, side of the family. So they were like, it was like you fucking ordering food from like a foreign place that doesn't have an English menu. Like imagine that.
I think I've done that once before, and it was pretty funny. I had no idea what I was doing.
You're just saying it in like the most American way you possibly could think of.
Yeah. I was like, what's like the closest thing you have to like chicken?
Dude, they probably had fucking 20 chicken dishes on that menu. Yeah, well, that was the other thing too. The menu had like 10 things on it, and that's how you know it's like, oh, this is like really.
They're all expensive though.
Oh yeah, that shit was like, I don't even want to know how much
like
that meal cost because we didn't have to pay for any of it.
Pretty sure for David's bachelor party, we got him like it was like a $50 drink.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was sweet though. It tasted good, but it was fucking cool. I mean,
I'm really tempted to break into that McKay, that Scottish whiskey, because that particular bottle is actually pretty expensive here in the States. So
I think,
but I'm like, I kind of want to. I don't know.
I would love to at some point to do like a road trip to like travel to all like these big different spots and like find like all like these like different like. You know, because like the stuff over there, they had a ton of local, distilleries, right? Because all of it was local that they were using to make everything, which is really cool. And even the bottles that they had, there was this one specifically I remember. It was like normal bottle, like down here. Then like the very top half was just like the top part of like a wolf.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
And then it just like went into it was so fucking cool. And I was like, man, if I, could bring this back home, I totally would.
Oh yeah, if you went flying. Right?
Yeah. And so I think that'd be cool to do like a massive road trip.
That would be dope.
Hit spots, and then it's like, hit like different like kinds of like alcohol and shit like that, and then just bring it all back with you. Yeah. Like how people have like the maps up on the wall where they track where they went. You could do a massive map on the wall, and you could do a like think about this wall right here. How big this is
on there?
Yeah. You have a section where you just put the bottle in, and that's where you got the bottle from that state.
That'd be fucking cool. Yeah,
it's a genius idea.
That is a sick idea. Yeah. That's a great idea for like a basement wall.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Exactly. You could have tons of like shelving behind it. You could put like multiple in the same one,
or like the wall of like a home theater or something.
I just want to get back out there so bad.
Yeah, man, I feel that. I haven't really traveled like that in a long time. I mean, we've been around the country a little bit, but last time I like traveled was like probably when we went to Mexico.
Yeah, you're due.
I am. I'm overdue. I would say. I'm overdue. Yeah. Well, I've only flown 3 times.
Yeah,
and one was with you.
Wait, in your entire life?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on 3 trips.
Yeah.
Like when we went to India, we did 8 flights in 8 days.
Okay. Well, yeah. 3. Yeah, that makes sense.
And 2 of the flights were 14 and a half hours. So.
Right.
So it was like my first ever time flying, 14 and a half hours.
That's wild. Yeah. That's a way to jump right into it.
Yeah, from Detroit to Amsterdam. And then to India. That shit was brutal, man. I was like, fuck flying, it sucks. I hate it.
Then we get to Daytona, it's like 2 hours, I'm across the
Yeah, but we flew Spirit. So
bottom of the country.
Well, I would say though, after flying in India, like little local domestic flights,
right?
I would literally get in any plane in the United States confidently.
Okay.
I mean, like some of those, you could literally like move your seat. Like the bolts weren't tightened all the way on the seat. And you're like, what is happening?
You just you wiggle the seat, all you hear is ding ding ding. Ding 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 ding.
There were times when I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna make it. We're not. It's an hour-long flight, but I don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know what this plane is made out of. They don't have any regulation here for shit like that.
We had one flight like that when I was a little kid. It was so weird. It was a super small plane that they put us on. I don't even know. Like, it was at the airport. And,
it was like Tom Brady's jet.
Dude, no.
They just let you use it.
I specifically remember there being chickens in a cage.
In the plane?
In our plane while we were flying.
Were you like, dude, that was like fucking, you were in Uncharted. You just didn't know. You could have been. You could have been in Uncharted.
That would have been sweet. I mean, that's probably 8 or 9 years old, dude.
You probably would have died.
Yeah.
Though, to be fair. In that scenario, if your plane crashed in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I doubt you were in the jungle.
I forgot where we were flying to or from. I think it was a connecting flight from somewhere. That was wild.
That's mostly kind of like how the bad flights there were. It was like going from one part of the country to another, right? Mm-hmm. Like a little domestic flight. But like, some of them were bad. Some of them were trash. And I will say though, out of every airport that I've been to, I like the Orlando airport. I think it's laid out pretty well and it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
The Nashville airport is cool because it has all the guitars and stuff, but the layout is fucking
terrible. Yeah. I don't know, dude. When we were going out of Denver, that thing was fucking massive.
Oh, Denver International.
It was huge.
Well, that's ahead of the coal, baby.
Yeah.
They got like, what do they have? Like a mile and a half of underground.
Something like that.
Shit like that.
I didn't get to see the horse. I wanted to.
The horse with red eyes.
Yeah, the demon horse or whatever.
It's so fucking weird.
That, when you walk around it though, you don't see any of that shit. You have to actually go and look for it.
Yeah.
Because you see all these videos where people.
Well, and the horse is like it's actually kind of far from the building. Like if you look at the pictures, the building's like in the background. It's in the front. It's like in the front of the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a different kind of country out there. Like,
oh yeah.
As soon as you land and you get to see like the mountains in the back, and once you start driving into them, it's like this is.
That's how I feel about like Salt Lake City too. So cool. It's like that is a very expensive area, but there's a reason why, right? You have everything you need. It's a massive area, but it's completely surrounded with these like insanely gorgeous mountain ranges.
Right.
And you just have views. Everywhere has a view.
Yeah.
Like you're in a little store shopping, step outside, boom, there you go. It's like it might be a little further away, but like here, I don't know, the shit's boring as fuck here.
Yeah, you just drive around and see the same dead trees all the time, and I don't know. That got me super motivated to like actually go out and see more parts of the country.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. We should go to New Mexico. I should take you to New Mexico. Fuck yeah. Around the mountains,
fuck up some rattlesnakes.
See some bears and fucking mountain lions and shit.
Drop some acid.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
Take some shroomies.
That'd be a good time.
A little ayahuasca journey.
Oh yeah, in the desert, there's no other place to do it.
Vision quest.
Yeah,
I'm into that. I'll do that.
That'd be so much fun.
I've always said I would do that.
It's on the list, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
It's. I gotta. Everybody, you know what's crazy? I've talked to a lot of people that have done DMT, and all of them have really similar experiences. But it's not like, okay, think about it like this, right? A lot of people have different experiences smoking weed, even if you have the same strain. Because some people they get paranoid, some people they get goofy.
The chemicals in your brain. It's like a chemical reaction, right? Like everyone's brain chemicals are a little bit different.
Right. But which is super interesting because everybody reacts differently to weed. So, let's say, for example, everybody that I've talked to that's done DMT has had a crazy, super similar experience where they get to this point where they're talking to like these almost like celestial beings is the only way they've explained it to me, where at any point they're just giving them like advice. Or one of my buddies, he just, that it was just like they were open with him and he could ask any question that he like wanted to ask and they would give him any answer about like the universe. And
interesting.
Here's the most interesting thing. Every single like person I've talked to that's done it, it's like literally gives me like chills like thinking about it. So they said, so I don't know, regardless of like, religious beliefs and shit like that, that they were saying to them, it's like, okay, we're all like humans and whatnot. We're all part of the same energy, you know. So it's it's like whether you're good, bad, evil, down, in between. It's like all of us are a part of like the same energy,
Yeah,
right?
no, I get that.
And
I
it's
feel
kind
that.
it's kind of like everybody's responsibility to like pick other people up to maintain that same energy. It's super weird, which because it's super hard to explain, but that's the only way.
No, I was actually just thinking about something kind of like that
Yeah.
earlier. Like I was just thinking about, well,
Hmm.
I was thinking about something kind of like that, where like people feed off of other people's energy,
Hmm.
and like it's such a weird. If you really think about it, it's so bizarre that is a thing that happens. Because if something is happening that's completely unrelated to you, it shouldn't really. It should be able to affect like your mental, but it shouldn't be able to like affect like your whole body, like your whole energy and everything.
Hmm.
That's a crazy thing. Like if you have 10 people in a room and 9 of them are like super happy and like tons of energy and like ready to fucking set the world on fire,
Hmm.
and you have one person that's like a fucking massive like downer and is like talking about all this depressing shit.
Hmm.
All 10 people are gonna be like that. Yeah. And it doesn't
Yeah.
really work the other way as well. Like if you had a room of like 9 people who were like all sad and shit and one happy person, people
Hmm.
would probably get annoyed more than
Yeah.
anything, at the happy person. That's such a weird kind of concept.
Hmm. I think it depends on that. Because I've been in like situations where even think about like the times where we went on like vacation and you know where nobody was like dancing on like those rooftops. We're like, okay, let's
Oh, like
go.
when we were in Nashville,
Yeah,
for example.
like
Yeah.
okay, let's go be those crazy people and just start fucking
Yeah, start a little circle pit
yeah.
going.
And before you know it, one person's joined, then you get another group, and then like another group joins and everything.
Well, it's like when you're at like
And
a metal show or something, a rock show. It's like,
yeah,
who's gonna be the first person to just randomly shove the shit out of another person?
mm-hmm.
Somebody has to do it.
And just get a mosh pit going.
Yeah, somebody's gotta. But like, dude, the
Mm-hmm.
balls on that first person to just walk up to somebody and just blast them in the
Yeah.
chest, right? Like, but you just have to trust that like everybody there is on the same wavelength. And like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're at a show like that and somebody could like karate chop the shit out of you, and you'd be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know what that means. Like, it's time to go. It's time to party.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes we have been at shows though where people were just not fucking around like that, and I hate that shit. Like, don't go to a concert if you. I don't know. Maybe this is me being an asshole, but like, if you like music, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't like, if you like a certain type of music, but you don't like the culture behind it, don't go to a live show.
Yeah.
Because
Don't go to a Travis Scott concert if you're not ready for that.
if you're not ready to die under 50 people's feet,
I'm ready.
damn.
I'm ready. Give me that experience. I will get trampled for
Fuck, man. Fucking
it.
Astro World, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Like, if you don't
Mhm.
like, if you go to an EDM, like, if you like EDM music, but you don't like, you think like rave culture is like weird, and you don't want to get involved
Mhm.
with it, and like you're not into dancing and stuff, and you like, why the fuck are you paying to go to a show like that to just stand there like a stone?
Mhm.
You could be on your couch doing whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah.
having the same experience. I mean,
True.
listening to live music is different, but like,
Yeah.
most of the experience of being at a live show is, it involves the crowd and
Yeah.
the type of things that are happening in a huge way.
Oh yeah.
If everyone was just standing there, like, imagine it was like an auditorium, like in a fucking high school or some shit, and everyone's just sitting in their seats listening to like I Prevail play,
Right.
and then like at the end everyone just gets up and leaves. Yeah. Nobody would ever fucking
Fuck
do that.
dude. That's like when I saw like MGK. I was like, I'm gonna get these people
Oh
like,
yeah, dude.
Like I remember like this guy next to me. He was from Australia, which is super cool talking to an Australian person because their slang is absolutely hilarious, and I had to ask him about 5 times. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. But it was just funny just listening to him talk. I was like, I can listen to this guy talk all day.
Oh yeah.
And I remember we were just talking about what songs we were hoping that he was gonna do, and I remember him telling me, he's like, hey, like, dude, like when my dad died, he released like Lonely the next day. And that was the song that just like, he's like, that's like a gut punch. He's like, I hope he does it because it's just like, he's like, that got me through some tough days. And then I was like, hell yeah, like we're gonna do it. And then he fucking played it. And then I look at this dude, I was just like, and then we were both just fucking going nuts to it. I was like, all right, we're putting some good energy out there.
Yeah, there you go. Man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over here, make some friends. We're gonna have some fun. Did you see his unreleased stuff that he's working on? His rap album?
Nah, I've seen it, but not heard it. If that makes sense.
Okay, hold on.
Like I know about it, but I haven't taken the time. I don't know if I.
Everybody's getting blessed with this today.
Give me a little bit. Give me like 10 seconds.
Do you want to hear the hook or do you want to hear the rap?
Now let me hear the hook. Let me save the bars.
Okay. Okay. He did this at like this unreleased show and
I wonder if he. I wonder. What do you think? I wonder if he like. I wonder if he would be like upset at all that like that stuff is just flying around on the internet now, or I wonder if he kind of went into the show knowing that.
Well, at a private show. I mean, this bitch is front row.
Yeah.
Filming, right there.
But like maybe he also could have went into the show knowing that something would come out for it, but knowing that it would just generate a lot more hype behind his shit, right? So like I wonder which side of the fence. I'd have to imagine probably the second one.
Yeah, I think so. The bars are good on it though.
Yeah.
And the way he like ties them back into the hook is so good.
I'm excited because I've listened to all of his like ciphers that he came out with, like all of his freestyles and shit. And I'm like, it's crazy that he kind of went away from not that he doesn't have that same kind of like rhythm and stuff like that in a lot of his lyrics anyway, right? And like using double entendres and like doing a lot of like simile and stuff like that. But he hasn't really made any songs that are like predominantly rap in a while until very recently. And then when he came out with all the freestyles, it was like he's way better now than he was before.
Wild.
Which is crazy, yeah.
I hope he like splits it between half rap and then half rock on the new album.
Yeah, me too. Because I love the type of music that he's been making. It's very unique too. It fits its own sort of thing. Like there's not really anybody else who's doing what he's doing.
It reminds me so much of like 182, Sum 41.
Yeah,
all those guys.
Like in a modern way that we enjoy now. Yeah, same kind of vibe.
Exactly. It's
like when Sum 41, when the album Does This Look Infected came out, with like No Reason and like all those songs, like their most popular songs now. It was like no one had heard that sound before. It was so unique. It was so cool.
It's kind of like whatchamacallit, Marty McFly. Your kids are gonna love this. I'm ready for it yet.
Yeah, and it's funny now we listen to it and we're like, dude, it's the same shit. Like it's so good. There is a little element of nostalgia too behind stuff like that.
No, yeah,
music, but like, and that's part of the reason you enjoy it. But a lot of it still holds up today.
I'd say so. I still listen to it just because I like it.
Well, that's like listening to like Linkin Park's album Meteora.
Oh,
it's like, how old is that now? Fuck, I don't even want to think about it. But
yeah.
That shit hits the same as it did back then.
When I was at the gym tonight, they had Transformers 3 on the TV, and Linkin Park song came on while Transformers was playing on my headphones.
Oh, really?
And it was so funny because...
Dude, I wonder what night that was.
The what?
What night that was.
When we went?
Huh? Oh, it was when I was with you?
No, it was tonight.
Oh, it was tonight?
Yeah, it was tonight.
Okay.
And it was playing while my music was going at the same time, and it was just all going on in the background. I said, know what? I understand why Michael Bay put this in here because you could just put this over this entire fight scene and it works so well.
Yeah. Do you you know the like industrial district of Detroit? It's technically not called Detroit, but it's like where the Rouge River opens up and like all the big factories and plants and refineries and shit are down there.
Yeah.
You know what? You probably driven past there, right?
Yeah.
It's like right off the highway. So I was driving down there the other night and it was dark. It was nighttime. It was like 7 o'clock. So it was right now here it's like fucking pitch black. And dude, those factories and stuff are covered in lights.
Really?
They are covered. I mean, everything is like it's covered in lights. And so it was like pitch black everything, and you just see all these and all this steam and shit coming out of all of them and all the lights, and it's everywhere. It's your whole vision.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and there's like the rivers running through and shit. Like all the different like levels and tiers and shit. It's like fucking Coruscant from Star Wars.
That is
and
cool.
I'm driving through that on the highway, and literally New Divide comes on. And I was like, holy shit. Because it was like literally a scene from like, you know, when Sam, and the first movie, when Sam first meets B, when they're in the junkyard and like all the lights in the factory and shit. It was like the exact same thing.
That is cool. I know that scene that you're talking about where he gets out of his car for him for the first time. Yeah. Okay.
And like all the searchlights start shining on them. They're like running through that whole like factory area.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, because all the lights on them, they shine out. They don't shine towards the buildings. They shine straight out. So like planes and shit like that don't hit them, I guess. But like the whole, it's so weird actually. Like the whole building is covered in lights. Like the corners, the tops, every level, the doorways, the smokestacks.
Keep the spooks away.
I don't know what the fuck it's. It might be for security reasons. I don't know. But it's like you're getting a ton of lens flare, right? Basically, your windshield, which is like very Michael Bay.
Right.
Cool. It's funny those little moments happen.
Right.
It's like when you're in the shower and you're like thinking of a song in your head. You know? Like every morning, a different song pops into your head when you're in the shower. Right? Does that happen with you too?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, it's my song today or whatever, and then like you get in your car and you put shuffle all and it fucking pops on and you're like, what the fuck?
You know, I like starting my day with a little bit of like there's no in between. It's either slow meetup or it's just balls to the wall right off the fucking rip.
That's usually how I do it. That's usually how I do it. I'll find a song that's like, I don't know. I like start my day with some heavy shit. Just really dive straight into it.
If you need a slow one, this one is the best way to do it. It's just some of Meek Mill's old shit.
I got one too, but I'll send it to you.
I'm just gonna put. All you have to hear is like the first like 10 seconds of it, and it feels very cinematic.
I get the vibe.
Yeah.
This would be good.
It's a good wake up song.
This would be good summertime morning music though. When you have like a sunrise or something. In the wintertime, no, it's just like
the song makes me want to wake up and have sex in the morning. That's what it makes me want to do. I'm just like, oh yeah.
Like that Usher sang California.
Sex in my ears.
Same shit.
Exactly.
Dude, somebody was telling me, I was just thinking about the song I was going to send you, which is related to Juice.
What the new one that they released?
No, not his new song with him. It's a different one. It's a song about that
Oh,
whole situation.
really?
Was
it by Jake Hill, that one?
No. I'll send it to you. Somebody was telling me that, because I was saying, like, isn't it crazy how there's still so many tracks
unreleased
being released, right?
Yeah.
And I was commenting how like other rappers would say that he would show up at the studio and he would just freestyle for like 20 minutes straight, and then he would leave, and then they would just like cut it into like. Yeah. And they'd be like, bang, we just got 10 songs instantly.
Did you ever hear what happened to Eminem's Stan?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like that whole thing was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's one where I wish we could have heard that other version of that song.
Yeah.
Which so the normal the one that they do have, it's great, but the way they talk about that
Yeah.
one specifically.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
Hmm.
Well, like what we were talking about with Juice was somebody was trying to tell me that like since the producers like have his specific tune that he
Hmm.
used for his auto tune because he sang auto tune,
Yeah.
they had his specific tune that they could basically recreate his voice and just make whatever songs,
Really.
right? And but I don't know if that's. I know that that would be possible pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have you could fucking go on Google right now and go to an AI and make a song with pretty much anybody's voice, right? Which is crazy to think about, but like half the
Yeah.
music that people are listening to on Spotify nowadays is fucking AI, right?
If you go through TikTok, you can literally find people taking like Arthur Morgan from Red Dead,
Oh yeah,
singing
doing whatever.
like
Man.
Poker Face by like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, it's
Which
like a
is
mildly
yeah.
terrifying concept that like
Mhm.
anything can be. That was so funny. I'll tell you about this off camera, but I'll tell you about this off camera because
Yeah.
it's related to work, and I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure. So
but yeah, I don't know though because the thing that makes me not necessarily believe it is because people like artists who use AI will tell you that AI doesn't have soul, right?
Mhm.
And like when you look at photos, like the eyes and like the expressions, like there's something about it
it lacks
that
like that human element.
yeah, and it's getting
Yeah.
way better. It's getting to a point where it's like you can't even really tell with a lot.
Mhm.
Like the newer mid journey iterations and stuff like that, and like
Mhm.
a lot of it is like you really can't tell. But like with the audio, I don't know if it would really be the same.
The only thought that's jumping into my head right now is having a sex robot. That would be crazy. I mean, they technically already have them.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like cyber
What did I say that made you think of that?
AI. I don't know, cyberpunk, and then like
I didn't say anything about cyberpunk. What?
No, that's where my brain went though.
Okay,
I was like,
sure.
because think about it, right? We're probably not far off from that right now. Already, you see Elon Musk. He has his robots doing all sorts of crazy
Does he?
shit. Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
they're
don't know anything about that.
yeah. I've seen videos. He has them working in his factories and stuff.
Oh well, yeah, but like that's
Yeah.
pretty normal now.
No, they're like human looking robots though. Like they don't look like a human.
I
But
like the ones from like Boston Dynamics, like those ones that can like jump and shit.
I haven't seen those, but I'm thinking more along the lines from that Will Smith movie.
What, iRobot?
Yeah,
That was a good movie. That movie was ahead of its time. Really, it was.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit. Nowadays we watch that and we're like, oh my god, that's literally
yeah. It called it.
that's right now. The future is now.
Mhm.
Let me fucking
Okay,
see
if
this
AI
shit.
is getting that smart, if it can get to the point where it's can understand the human element, right? Think about it like this. With that one video game, Detroit Become Human, right?
Yeah.
Think about it like that. You could totally have a robot that you could have like sex with, be in like a relationship with. That could like have free thinking and kind of think on its own, but you could also like tell it what to do at the same time, and you could be like, you're turned off.
Yeah. You're doing something I'm supposed to. Yeah, here's what I was talking about. Look at this shit.
Oh wait, are these the yeah, the fighting ones?
Dude, look at this shit.
Yeah, I've seen these.
This is all real.
That is insane.
Yeah. Dude, like look how fucking like when they do backflips and stuff.
Yeah, those are crazy.
Like this. Is he gonna do it?
Dude, I wonder what they used to like make those things go.
Yeah, I have no idea.
There's no way that's all electricity. You'd have to have a battery that's
Well, dude, they're autonomous. Like none of this is programmed in like for them to do a routine. Like this is just them like fucking around, like having fun and shit.
right.
Oh, there they go.
That's crazy.
Dude, that is like low key terrifying.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Dude, imagine like that. You're fucking in a war and like that shit comes at you. You're dead.
You have a back flipping robot.
Yeah, you're gone. You're done.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have a gun. He has like a sword.
Right.
Because they wouldn't need guns.
Could you imagine them just like running through the desert?
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And they can go in any conditions. Like they fucking send them out in the middle of the Arctic and shit.
Right.
They don't care.
Yeah, they're not gonna complain about the weather.
Yeah, dude, it's like fucking Ultron. I
Right.
did end up watching Age of Ultron, by the way.
Underrated, right?
Yeah, very underrated. And I picked up on a lot of things that I never noticed the first couple
Really?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you saw it?
Oh my god. Probably like since the year no, because I did rewatch them before when the first
Avengers came out?
when the first no when the first what Infinity War
Yeah, Infinity War. Yeah.
when that came out, I rewatched all of them. By all of them, I mean
All
two of them.
two of them. It's like all of them or two.
No,
of
I
them?
did watch. I did watch a couple of the movies of Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that too. That tie-in, but aren't really in
The Marvel movies now, they're either major hits or major misses.
that. Yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck about watching Captain Marvel 2 or Kamala Khan's TV show.
Well, I just don't.
Or,
It's
like-
just not connected to anything, and that's the thing with that kind of ties perfectly into what I'm saying right now. Like, I also watch like Winter Soldier, right?
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of stuff in there that relates to Avengers, and then like
That's also the best movie that they've
Black
ever put
Panther.
out.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Winter
Mhm.
Soldier is the best movie that they've ever made. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will never get any better than that.
Yeah.
But like all of the movies tie into shit that happens in the universe, and like it's so disconnected now.
Right.
And part of it is probably that we're like in that. Well, this is what everyone would say anyway. We're in that like post Endgame space now, where it's like, oh, nothing can ever be as good as that was. So
Right.
you're just automatically not going to like anything anymore. I don't think it's like that. I
Which
mean,
is because they put out an amazing movie like Guardians 3, Spider-Man 3.
oh yeah, they're putting out
All those-
fire right
yeah.
now, and I don't think it's just some of these don't. It's not even the like socio-political, all that bullshit. Like I don't that it is what it is. There's a million shows
Mhm.
that are about that kind of message that I
Yeah.
just don't watch and I don't even know about.
Right.
So I don't really care about that. But like
Stuff doesn't even have to be connected for it to get like good views because Daredevil was one of Netflix's most watched shows of all time.
yeah,
And that wasn't even connected really to. They
Right.
said Iron Man's name in it once.
Right.
And
but like you can't take characters that are from other movies and give them their own movies that don't relate to anything else at all. Like when they made the Hawkeye show,
I enjoyed that. That was fun.
it was good, but it felt like it was part of the MCU. Like
Yeah.
you had learned about things in the MCU watching those movies that helped you like appreciate the show more.
Right.
And there were things that tied in, right?
Mhm.
It was the same thing with it's the same thing with the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah.
You know? Like there's always stuff that kind of ties into.
True. I mean, there's stuff that I haven't watched that I want to. I haven't watched Loki season 2. I need to watch that.
I haven't watched that either. I haven't even watched Ahsoka yet.
Same. Yeah, me and Noel got a couple episodes into Ahsoka, and we were just like,
Yeah, I haven't watched any of that.
it's good. It's really good.
There's a lot of stuff.
I
There's
didn't
a
even
lot
get to
of
the best
stuff.
episodes in there yet, and still.
I don't even think we watched the latest season of Witcher.
I watched one episode and I was like, dude, I'm just.
Yeah.
It was good.
I forget
though.
that we
Yeah.
have like the exact same life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm too busy with work, and then
Mhm.
and then I'm like fucking in the gym, and I'm making food, and I'm like, oh yeah, you have the same routine.
Mhm.
I do the same schedule.
Mhm.
I do.
Work, gym, COD with the boys.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it though.
Yeah. I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah.
I'll have time to watch shows.
Yeah, I'll figure that out for my days where I can drink again and I'm just hungover like the next morning.
Fair enough.
Dude, hungover TV shows are so. Oh my god,
It's different. Yeah.
I love those days where you're just like grogging out on
That's
the
how New
couch.
Year's Day was here, because like
Yeah,
we were all fucked up.
dude, I watched like Suits for 5 hours. This
That's
one, like,
that is the one thing. Like that is the one thing. Like before I was doing the routine I have right now, I would literally just sit at my desk in the evening and like play solo COD or something, and just have Suits on my second monitor.
Yeah,
I do kind of miss doing that, but at the same time,
it's a good show to have in the background. But it's also a great one to actually watch at the same time.
I mean, I would focus on every. I want to hear when I watch a show, dude. I want to hear every word.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want every detail.
And I want to see every scene. Love me some Donna.
Who doesn't? Dude, I mean, like the princesses in that show.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
insane, bro.
You could see her almost half naked,
I know.
which is crazy to think about.
I don't know how far you are, so I don't know.
I'm at the part where I'm trying to think of how to say it without spoiling it.
Oh yeah, I guess apparently it's like making a huge swing right
Yeah,
now. So
it's crazy popular right
I don't
now.
want to talk about like anything too specific.
Right. Um, I would say it's at the part where it's Harvey Lewis and
What names are on the wall?
it's Harvey Lewis and Jessica, but they're trying to get Mike to come back to work for them. That's
Oh,
the
he's
most.
still at the he's at the
He's working at the clinic.
he's at the clinic. Okay.
Yeah, so he's working at the clinic.
Okay,
It's that era.
You got a
So
lot ahead of you still.
I love it though. It's so
Yeah, it is good. I now that I watched it all, I'm like,
good. Yeah,
what the fuck?
dude, I have a list of just movies on my phone that I just haven't gotten to yet that I need to watch, and it's just like movies or shows. Like if I see them in like a TikTok or something like that, or just if they're out and I haven't seen them. I got Blackbird, Driver, The Gentleman, the new Indiana Jones movie, Blue Beetle, the Napoleon with fucking Joaquin.
Yeah.
The new Transformers, The Bike Riders, Jungle. It's a true story at Daniel Radcliffe that looks fucking crazy. It's about these guys
really?
that's stuck in the Amazon jungle, and like one of the, I don't want to butcher it because I just saw just a little snippet of it, but follows a story where pretty much their entire journey of one of them dying, one of them surviving, just what happens. And it looks fucking crazy.
God damn, that sounds insane.
Let's see that cooking show from Lip from Shameless. That looks good.
Oh, the bear.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's called The Bear.
Yeah, the bear. Yeah, we watched a few episodes of it.
Looks. I love that. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Same. That Zac Efron beer delivery movie, that true story where he's trying to deliver beer to like his best friend that's overseas.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Oppenheimer and Tenet.
I never saw that either.
That happened came out in like COVID era.
That came out a while ago.
Yeah.
I never got around to seeing it, but it was super interesting.
Anything Christopher Nolan, I'm fucking down.
Yeah, true. True that.
Yeah. Solid.
I'm excited about the new decisions that Star Wars is making, right? That Disney's making with Star Wars. They're making the
Mandalorian movie.
Mandalorian movie. And they're doing. I mean, dude, they picked. I mean, they could not have picked a better man to run the show for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet they're gonna give that fucking one bitch no say in it whatsoever. It's just gonna be.
You're probably right.
Kathleen Kennedy. They're gonna be like, sit down.
Yeah, like this is not your show.
This is Dave Filoni and John Favreau.
Yeah, this is John Favreau's baby right here.
You can like pick out like the wardrobe or some shit.
I think that they probably have to do something like that at this point because of how much backlash there was over all the dumb stuff. And
well, did you hear about the stuff with the new Ray movie? Apparently, they were gonna take it like full SJW, and like Star Wars Theory picked it up, and he took a ton of heat for it because he's like, no, he's like, make a fucking Star Wars movie. Don't make political.
Well, that's the
movies,
thing now. Like, you can't say anything bad about like any of that because like people are gonna try to cancel you. But like at the end of the day, yeah, man. At the end of the day, like you fucking do whatever you want to do. Think whatever you want to think. But like,
well, and here's the thing: the numbers fucking show it, right? So think about it, like this. I think what was it in the summer? I think new Disney movie there's a new Disney or new Pixar movie that it was full SJW, supposed to be like this big movie, yada 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 and whatnot, and it was well after I think Guardians 3 came out.
I don't even remember what it was, but I remember
it
happening.
I remember seeing it popping up, and it made no money. That's a massive company that has a crazy marketing budget and everything else behind it.
Are you talking about?
Or actually, no. Or even the same thing with that new Mermaid movie or whatever.
Are you talking about the Marvels?
No, it was an animated kids movie.
Oh, really? But the same thing happened with that, right?
Yeah, so
the Marvels
Right, so the animated kids movie, the Marvels.
Didn't the Marvels like lose money or something?
Oh yeah, bombed hard. It's like the WNBA.
Damn, bro.
Like every time it plays, it loses money.
God damn.
But no, like with all of that, like, but then you see movies like Guardians 3, and I'm trying to think of, or Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's not about the messaging. It's about people actually want to see good movies.
Yeah, it's not about
done.
it's not that you it's not that it detracts from the film because it's something that you disagree with that you don't like and you're like, "Oh, I don't want don't show me that." But it's like what purpose does this serve in this setting? Right. It doesn't it's not there's literally no point.
Yeah. I'm saying is money talks and people are paying for what they want to see.
Yeah, I mean the numbers show it, and that's why I say like Disney's probably going to have to do something like that as far as limiting Kathleen Kennedy's influence on the actual outcome of the films and the shows. Right. Just because people don't want to, people just want to see Star Wars, man.
Yeah,
people just want to fucking see Star Wars, and that's it. It's not anything against anybody.
Yeah,
it's just why does it have to be different? Because and people will say like, oh, it's because like culture's different now. The world is different. It's not different for me.
Have you seen that video of Freddy from the live action Scooby-Doo movie explaining the Force when he's all fired up?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send it to you. He was like a massive like Star Wars fan, right? And he had the people.
Doesn't shock me really at all, yeah.
And I think it was George Lucas or the people at Lucasfilm pretty much explained like how it like is, right? And he's like, tell you exactly how. He goes in on it for about 5 to 7 minutes just straight, just tearing everybody apart on on how it
and all heated about it.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny too. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to send it to you because it's a good watch, and he explains it very clearly and very well too. He obviously knows his shit, but I don't know. I just want them to make a live action thing with Cal Kestis.
Oh yeah,
dude, that'd be dope. And get that Russian chick in there,
dude. I can't believe they haven't done that because it would literally be so easy. It's like it's not even like getting somebody that looks like a character. It's literally the same guy.
That would have been a great in between movie between like the last Skywalker movie and whatever they're coming out with next.
True, yeah.
Because what is the next Star Wars movie? Is the Mando movie, or is it going to be what else is actually coming?
They'll probably come out with some weird that nobody gives a fuck about in between. But they'll probably come out with another show.
Well, Ahsoka season 2 that's already been greenlit. And I think
they're having the same problem Marvel's having, dude.
Yeah,
give us 2 movies a year, and give us 2 shows a year max. Stop coming out with fucking 10 movies a year and 6 different shows. Like,
do one in the winter, one in the summer.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
People are going to enjoy it way more. You're going to have far less opportunities to fuck everything up. And you're going to spend way less making shit.
Right. But I'll take quality over quantity.
100%.
Any day.
100%.
Because dude, some of them are just fucking... Doesn't even make me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like...
I haven't seen half that shit, dude. And there are some shows that a lot of people do like that I just don't really care for that much. Like What If, Marvel's What If. I don't know. I watched the first season and some of the episodes were cool, but they were mostly cool because of the idea, not because of the actual episode itself.
Thing of it,
yeah, like it makes you think about stuff that's cool, but like the actual episodes themselves to me just weren't really that engaging.
I enjoyed those. I thought those were fun because it wasn't related to anything. It's just what kind of crazy shit could happen.
Yeah. I don't know if I just didn't like the animation
or what it was. Really? I like the animation. It reminded me of that old Iron Man TV show when we were kids that would where like Iron Man was like a teenager. And it was actually a really good show. It was Iron Man animated series or whatever. Cool.
I can't think of it.
No? I specifically remember him making a suit that had rollerblades on it. But it was part of the joke that was on it. It's like, okay.
Fuck yeah. He's up in that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Why didn't he have that, dude?
That would have been... That's a good question. Yeah, I could go for Iron Man suit with some fucking... Yeah.
One of the guys that works at the gym that does the actual like late night shift, he wears them. Really? Around, yeah.
Getting all fucking... Working smarter, not harder.
Dude, exactly.
That's what I think I've seen him in there one time with that too.
When you're staying up all night, you gotta conserve your energy. You know?
I couldn't imagine doing that shit.
That'd be nuts. What fucking midnight to 6 a.m. or something.
Like 8 in the morning.
Ugh.
That would be miserable.
Fuck. I wonder how many people are actually in there.
I would be one of that the 2 to 3 kind of after it gets after 8 o'clock. You know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to make that one video of us just being stupid. Dude.
Yeah. That's the trampoline park.
That's shit. No, I just want to take like the weights and get one of those rubber bands, just like that.
Just misusing all the equipment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doing like the thing where people are like hanging like upside down like Spider-Man on the lat pull downs.
Oh yeah,
it's just going straight up. It'd be so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be pretty easy to do too. All you need to know is your body weight and then just put it at slightly under.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or slightly over, I guess.
It worked very well.
It was a shit show tonight.
Yeah. It'll clear out here within the next bit. Everybody's gonna fucking. It's still January, so everybody's on that New Year's kick.
Yeah, the New Year's resolutions are all gonna fade out, and then everyone's gonna go back to normal, sitting at home in the evenings.
This is why I'm glad I started.
There's no football tonight, is there? Speaking of sitting at home.
No, I don't think so.
They're doing what, Saturday, Sunday now?
I think so.
Well, there's only what?
It's getting down to
How many games a week are there right now? 4?
Right.
No. 8?
Well, actually, yeah. Who's all still left in it?
There's got to be.
I think we're gonna annihilate the Bucks. Personally, I think we're gonna fuck them up.
Let me pull this up. All right. So here's the playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
In the AFC, we have a divisional matchup between Houston and Baltimore, which I love that.
Yeah.
And if the Steelers had beat the Bills, it would have been Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh would have gotten sharded on.
Right.
And then the other matchup is the Bills and the Chiefs, which is going to be a crazy. I mean, that's a Super Bowl game. That's a big game.
Yeah, that there is a Super Bowl
game. Yeah, and then in the NFC, we have a divisional matchup: Tampa, Detroit, which is going to be insane. But last time Detroit played Tampa, they beat them like 23-4 or some shit like that. So. We'll see.
We'll see if they come back with a vengeance or not.
And then we got, out of nowhere, everyone thought the Niners were going to win the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone thought Green Bay was going to shit the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Number 1 ranked in the NFC against Green Bay.
Green Bay is hot.
Green Bay is spicy right now.
After they beat the Lions, that's where they picked up steam.
I'm taking Green Bay on a Jordan Love miracle. And, I mean, obviously, I'm taking Green Bay. I don't think anybody would be surprised by that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was putting money on it, I'd be putting money on Green Bay all day. That's a massive underdog. They were literally wild card coming in.
Yeah.
So
they were having a terrible season at first.
Oh, yeah. Their first 3 games was insane. Mm-hmm. And then they could not put scores together. So we could very easily end up with a Detroit Green Bay NFC Championship game.
We could.
Which would be crazy. And I kind of do hope that happens. Not just because I want Green Bay to beat the Niners, but because I don't think Detroit's going to beat San Francisco in the championship game. I just don't think there is. They've proven they can beat Green Bay. They fucked them up.
Yeah.
The whole season, right? But then what do you think? Houston, Baltimore?
Ravens are hot too, so.
Ravens are hot, but I don't know. I think Lamar is
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
Super Bowl party.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. We're gonna fucking do it up like we did New Year's, baby.
Oh, I'm down.
We're gonna decorate and shit.
Dude, wasn't that the best idea, bringing that camera on New Year's?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
those pictures turned out
Yeah, that
so
shit turned out
cool.
good.
I loved every single one of those. Like, these are all awesome.
Yeah, we got more Polaroids too to add to the collection.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All those were fucking sweet. Yeah. Speaking of crazy shit, dude. When I was driving up north in that storm, in that like polar vortex the other night,
Mm-hmm.
that was the craziest shit I think I've done in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, well, and just in terms of like what could have happened, like I was like, this is just a normal day for me, you know. But I'm driving up, people are fucking flying off the road. They're stuck in like 4 or 5 feet of snow.
Well, I was coming home that night.
Yeah.
Before you left, I was coming home and I'm like, this is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna get home and I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to the gym. It's over.
Yeah.
And then you're over here like, I'm leaving right now. I'm like, dude. I'm like, we're never gonna see him again.
Gets into a car accident 5 minutes away from home.
Literally.
Fucking, and of course, right before I leave too, I was like, whatever. But I will never not buy a Ram now because my shit just like fucked that guy up. I'm just like, you know what? Like, it's happened like 5 times now where like just retarded fucking people have hit me. Their shit gets fucked up and mine's fine. Like, well, tell you what, I'll see you later.
Well, that's what they say in the commercials. Like, Dodge Ram is a lifestyle.
Dude, it is.
So, like, you can never go back.
It's not. Like, there's literally no way that I possibly... Like, my van was held together by fucking zip ties. Like, you know?
That is a little bit of a different situation, right? But, like, yeah.
It's different, though. And then when I was driving up, dude, it was fucking insane. There was parts where there was snow tornadoes that were happening. I couldn't see anything that was in front of me, and it was just... All the road was just...
Damn.
And... Like my truck's getting like blown around a little bit. It's like you can feel the cab shifting because the wind was so strong.
Damn.
That was crazy. And then as soon as I got up, we just started ripping shots. Party was just going right away. I was like, everybody's just wait, drive up in the morning. I'm like, okay, I have two.
No.
I have 2 options, right?
Yeah. No. Never drive in the morning. It's always go that night and hit it.
Especially with weather like that. It's like it's gonna be bad in the morning.
Yeah. True.
Right. So, like, think about it. You could wake up early. The snow's still not going to be cleared. And on top of it, you're going to have those fucking just dipshits that still don't know how to drive. But if you go at night...
That's exactly how it was, dude.
Traffic is going to be like a tenth of what it would be.
It was like... Try to talk about this without doxing myself.
Mm-hmm. One of the main roads over here?
You know, the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it was like 4 days after... And people are still going like 35. I'm like, there's nothing on the road. It's completely dry. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like all 4 lanes. I'm like...
You know what's crazy is when we were in Colorado, people were like, we were in a Wrangler. I'll say, I got some... Well, no, I'm sorry, not a Wrangler. Gladiator. My bad.
Yeah. Same thing to me.
I got some...
I'm a Jeep driver. I don't give a fuck.
I have some thoughts on that fucking Gladiator, let me tell you. But people were literally passing us. And... We were still going about 40, 50 miles an hour. Same thing, a blizzard in the morning and tons of snow all over the road. And right to the right of us is a massive fucking drop-off that is straight death if you fucking slip up and fuck up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And we were getting passed out there, but we were still going pretty quick. So I'm like, okay, people in Michigan are stupid.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, because it was nuts. Dude, that Gladiator absolutely fucked. One of the worst rides I've ever had in my life.
Yeah?
Like...
Well, dude, it was probably like basic features, everything, stock as fuck, like all...
You know...
Shitty suspension and shitty tires.
It was terrible suspension. We had 5 grown men packed into that thing. And, you know, when you look at them, they look big. But when we had all of us packed in...
They're not that big. I mean, the inside of the Jeep is...
Yeah.
Jeeps are fairly small as far as SUVs go. Their footprint is a little bit bigger, but the actual cab is very small.
Very small. It looks so much bigger on the outside than it is when you're actually riding around it.
Oh, yeah.
We barely got all... We were supposed to have an F-150, but they're like, oh, sorry, this is what you got. And we're like, okay, well, it's what it is. And we barely got all of our ski gear in there.
Yeah.
Barely.
The bed is also really small.
Yeah, super small.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you even supposed to fucking do with this thing?
Yeah.
It's
You can even like put a sheet of plywood in there.
right. It's short, and on top of it, it's really shallow.
It's super shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest issues.
It's like you wouldn't even want to do Jeep things with this Jeep because the suspension was so bad. Just driving around it.
Well, to be fair though, like anybody, if you buy a Jeep, do not buy the base model. Don't ever do that because there's just no fucking value there, right? You're just not getting. You just buy a fucking Compass or a Grand Cherokee or something like that.
Yeah,
because you're gonna have a better. You're gonna be more comfortable at least.
Nah, don't buy a Compass.
Don't buy a Compass.
Yeah.
No, never fucking do that. Actually.
Yeah, maybe a Grand Cherokee. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's like a grocery getter.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but if you're getting a Jeep just because you like it and you want to like be confident in the wintertime and like you're still gonna have a shitty time,
right?
In like a bare bones stock ass like base model, like even the Sahara. I mean, that's what my Jeep is built on. Like you got to have better suspension, you got to have better axle ratio, you got to have adjustable sways so you're not getting the death wobble, right? It's like I don't even know why they still sell that.
Right. Dude, all I know is once I get my truck paid off, I think I'm gonna get a second car and I'm gonna get something fucking fast. I was looking at Chargers, I was finding them from 16 to 18 grand. Oh yeah. And that payment is literally the same exact payment that I have in my truck right now. Hey, you know what? Like that one Challenger I sent you was only 13 something the other day.
I know, that was a good ass deal.
That was clean.
That was a good ass deal, man.
Yeah.
Well, like the car market, especially the used car market, is really starting to heal again because people are actually getting more comfortable with their cash and like buying more vehicles and stuff like that. So
I think if I get like say like my like own place, got all my shit paid off, then I can take out another payment, fun to zip around.
Oh yeah. Well, also like supply chain is back to normal. Hey, I'm glad she was expensive as fuck though for a little while because that's when we sold gas cheap.
Yeah, that
got a lot of money for that.
That worked out really well for you. Yeah, that worked out really fucking
well. But we wouldn't have been able to do that if the market was the way it is right now. We probably would have gotten half. We literally would have gotten half.
Yeah.
So, dude, I miss that so much. Oh, I miss driving my Charger so badly.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I could picture myself whipping around.
Just like really, truly, like being able to go when you want to go, and being able to like, you're like, I need to get around this guy, but the gap is kind of small. I'm fast. I'm quick.
Yeah,
I can turn really well.
You got some zip to that thing,
and you just go beep. Done. Yeah, I miss that, and I miss starting it every morning. The cold start.
Yeah. You get that.
Yeah.
You know,
I would open the garage door and immediately start it, so the garage was still mostly closed when it started.
Yeah.
And I'd really get the whole experience.
Yeah. Nice little like echo going on or something.
Yeah. I miss that very, very much.
I've never had a car where it's done that. So.
Well, you've driven the Mustang though.
Well, yeah, I've driven it, but like I've never owned one myself.
Yeah, you never had one like that. I would go back in a heartbeat, but I just can't. The wintertime, man.
But wait till you can have a fun one to zip around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Or I'll get like a BRZ or something.